Decorrius Wright and Calvin Howse. As you know, Decorrius Wright is accused in the Orlitz homicide from earlier this year. Howse was arrested in November on charges of auto theft and gun possession. He also had violent crime in his past. We believe these two individuals were posed a risk to this community, and to have those two off the streets and back at the knees. I'm going to introduce to you now Lieutenant Blaine Whited, who heads our Juvenile Crime Task Force, who will detail for you a bit as to how the apprehensions took place tonight. Lieutenant Whited.
All right, so tonight, approximately 8 o'clock this evening, acting on very strong information that one of our juvenile crime task officers had obtained, we responded to the apartments at Park Drive. We had what we believed to be strong information that Mr. Howse and Mr. Wright were going to be in that area, and that information came to be true once we arrived at the scene. We had unit detectives saturate the area. They quickly locate both youth in the parking area of that complex. Once gang unit detectives identified themselves as law enforcement officers, both youth attempted to flee on foot. They were quickly apprehended after a brief foot pursuit. I'd like to reiterate, we were very happy to have these two youth, these extremely dangerous youth, off our streets tonight. Since Saturday night, when these four youth escaped from the Juvenile Justice Center, the police department has utilized an all hands on deck to get these dangerous youth back off the streets. So while we are happy to have these two youth off the streets, we know we still have a lot of work to be done to get these two remaining youth, with Mr. Crothers and Mr. Marsh finding those two youth and removing them from the streets. As mentioned earlier, the Juvenile Crime Task Force has been split off into two separate teams so we can have almost a 24-hour coverage. That has found to be extremely successful, and we are also partnering with our other units in the department to include the gang unit, the Major Crime Task Force, the flex teams, the crime suppression teams, and various other units inside the police department and out. Any questions?
So was the gang unit that the two detectives on scene were part of the gang unit, you said?
We had several gang unit detectives on scene, yes ma'am.
Were they armed?
No, they were not.
Are they cooperating right now with the location of the other two suspects?
I can't say. They are currently interviewed by our Major Crimes Task Force officers to not only investigate what they have been doing since the escape, but also how the escape occurred, what they did to escape, if they were assisted inside the Juvenile Justice Center, and if they've had any assistance since being on the outside. So part of what we want to look for from the Major Crime Task Force standpoint is, did they have assistance from inside the Juvenile Justice Center, and the Youth Services Division is going to be looking at what was going on the outside. Do we need to be looking for folks that were harboring or assisting those individuals while they were free on the streets, because we will be coming to prosecute those individuals as well, because we have put out that these are dangerous youth, they're a danger to themselves, they're a danger to our community, and we're going to prosecute on individuals that are found to be harboring these individuals.
Talk about the consequences of youth escaping from juvenile detention center and an adult escaping. Is it the same? Or?
It's probably worse with a youth, because an adult at least knows how to handle themselves. Chief Anderson spoke earlier about the brain not being fully developed till 25 years old. These youth are not only a danger to our community, they're dangerous to themselves. They're not making good decisions.
Do you have any indication what they were doing between Saturday night and now?
Unfortunately, still in the very early stages. I hope that's a question that we want to answer.
Do you know why?
Do not know why they were together. Again, that's something I hope to be able to answer later on. Yes, we would still believe the other two are in the Nashville area.
Can you talk about the separation of the investigation? Which unit is going to be focusing on, and who will be focusing on the help that they get on the outside?
Yes, Chief Anderson, when he made the announcement, I believe it was yesterday, or I've been going nonstop, so I'm getting my days messed up here. I'm pretty sure Chief Anderson announced yesterday the Major Crimes Task Force, which is under our Specialized Investigations Division, their sole focus is going to be investigating what happened at the Juvenile Justice Detention Center.
Can you tell us anything about the nature of the information, the strong information that you got
Not at this time.
Can you tell us anything about the work that's ongoing now with your unit right now? What are they doing?
We still we're acting on. I wish that I could say that we were receiving a lot of citizen tips. It's not the case. It's good police work that got these two off the streets tonight. I'm pleading. We know these kids have had help. They're getting help. Please do the right thing. If you're watching, if you're a family member, a friend, a neighbor, if you're watching, you're not helping these kids by not coming forward and telling us where they're at. They're a danger to themselves. They're a danger to you, your family members. We need to get them back into custody.
So what you're saying is that the citizens are not the ones reaching out and helping you or that helped you tonight?
That is correct.
Okay, y'all, he needs to get back to the business at hand.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.